Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our 10th episode, Josie.
What?
Yeah. Of Healthy Living with Marilyn. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so glad that you could be with us. It's been an interesting week, and we've got some new guests this week. I'm really excited. Josie found the guest for us because my husband and I had gone away for a couple days, and it was just easier if I could just delegate some authority.
I like that.
I said to her last week, "Hey Josie, can you find somebody for next week?" She says, "Yeah, I can do that." So, and Josie Hopkins has been my co-host since the beginning, since before the beginning.
Loving it, loving it.
Thank you, thank you. And my name is Dr. Marilyn Scott, and we have a wonderful guest for this evening, Dr. Melody Matthews, who is a chiropractor on the south side of Richmond. And yes, you can go to the south side if you live in the West End or on the north side.
That's right. You can go across the river.
You can go across the river. It's fine.
A lot of Richmonders don't think they can go across the river.
I know. I know. And, you know, you can go across the river. The reason why I like Richmond is because you can get just about any place within half an hour.
Yes, yes.
Just about any place within a half an hour.
And it's great to explore all the new things. Lots of exciting new places popping up all over.
Right, really. So I want to thank you, Dr. Matthews, Dr. Melody, for joining us tonight and for spending some quality time with us. I know you just got the last minute notice yesterday, but man, you hopped to it, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So tonight, we're going to be talking about different healing modalities, different natural healing modalities to enlighten you and give you insight on other ways that you can take care of yourself, other than going to the doctor. So I think it's really important to know different healing modalities, the natural ways to take care of yourself so you don't have to deal with side effects and everything else going on. You have options. You know, you have options. One of the ones that I really like to do, being a master Reiki, is Reiki. I like to receive it as much as I like to give it. And recently, since I fell, 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago? Not quite 8 weeks ago. 7 weeks ago. Yeah, almost 7 weeks ago. I tore my rotator cuff, frayed it, which it was probably frayed before that, because at my age, it probably was. And I tore my tricep. And the orthopedic doctor said, "I am really, really worried about your torn tricep." And I said, "I can fix it." He goes, "You can fix it?" And I said, "Yes, I can." And he says, "How are you going to fix it?" And I said, "Homeopathic remedies, holistic healers that are going to help me out, magnetic therapy." And he looked at me like a deer in the headlights. Really? And I just let it go. And he says, "Well, I'm glad you're feeling better." I said, "Yes, I am." So, and I've had other people help me out, but one of the things that I have really been helped out myself, I have a client who needed Reiki, and it was soon after I tore everything and fell. And by helping her, it has really helped my arm. So it's been, you know, a back and forth, and it's been really good. And Reiki, it's a healing technique where my energy would be transformed with your energy, and it's just a big energy thing, and it's not religious. You know, some people say, well, it's you know, Satanism. No, it's not. No. It is energy with energy.
We're all energy.
And because we're all energy.
We're energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And we are we're every energy. So you're either negative or you're positive.
And I know we know some negatives.
Yep. And
we try to stay on the positive.
We try to stay on the positive because that's really important. It also helps. It's a Japanese technique, so it's been around for 5,000 years.
Yeah.
You know, way before the FDA, way before the government, way before all that. It's been around for a long time. It helps with stress and anxiety, and it helps with, it really helps relaxation.
I got my level 1 Reiki certification last summer.
Did you?
I did.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. I got to go back and do the next level, but I was excited to get the first one and learn that experience.
It's really good, and you can do it on yourself.
I do, and my husband.
And you can do it on your pets. You can do it on your pets.
My plants.
You can do it on your plants.
I do it on my plants.
You can do self Reiki on yourself. I'm a master Reiki, so I've been a Reiki for, I don't know, 28 years, a long time. So, but I still use it. I find it helps with your chakras and getting your chakras open. The word Reiki, the first 3 letters Rei means God, wisdom of the higher power, and Ki means life force energy.
Yeah.
So you've got the spiritual guided life force energy. Can't beat that. You know, and you can you'll feel the warmth when somebody does Reiki on you, and they don't touch you.
And that's the beautiful thing of it, is that, you know, a lot of people are intimidated by being touched by other people. So you can get the experience without the physical intimidation that some people may have.
Yeah, I have found a Reiki treatment, it feels like a glow. And I almost feel like I glow when I'm done.
You do.
And you do.
I'm sure you do.
I really believe it changes your aura too when you do it. And
you should do a thermogram on someone right after Reiki. I wonder what that would be like.
I don't know. I should talk to Debbie about that. Yeah, that would be good. And see if we could do that. Debbie was one of our sponsors a couple months ago, partners. She's been on my show. She does foot ionizing cleansing, and she also does thermography. So if you want information about that, just give me a call at 804-350-0034, and I can give you that information. I love Reiki. I think it's one of the best things. It helped my ankle because when I messed up my shoulder, I messed up my ankle first, and I twisted my ankle, and one of the doctors there said, "Oh, I see that you hurt your ankle. We got a doctor for that." And I said, "I can take care of my ankle." Right. I don't need. Yeah, I need to find out what's going on with this because I don't have an X-ray machine and I don't have an MRI machine, but I can take care of both of them once I figure it out.
Right.
So, and I really believe that with the knowledge that I have, and he says, "Well, how did you know about the MRI?" And I said, "I took MRI 404. I know how to read MRIs." I don't think the orthopedic guy does, but you know, I
think doctors really don't like patients who know too much or ask too many questions. You know,
they don't.
They get very uncomfortable.
Right, because you're stepping on their toes and they don't know the answer of what you're talking about. So, have you found that too?
Yes, they tend to get very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And then they want to know, where did you get that information from?
And they leave the room.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly leave the room,
The orthopedic guy left the room and he said, on the way out, he says, "I'm so glad that I finally got some good news today." Okay. Then when I came home, I said, "I'm not doing PT. Don't make me go back there, Zen. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. It's just too much." I don't know. When you go to a doctor and you have to find somebody that does shoulders, and that's all he does.
It's like there's your body. Okay, I'll leave you my shoulder and I'll go home. You know,
they take compartmentalizing.
Right.
You know,
instead of looking at the whole body as being connected.
Right, and I'm not criticizing. I have just found this is a fact, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinions. But I think they take compartmentalizing 101. And if you've got an issue, if you're going to a doctor for your gallbladder or whatever, they just look at that. They don't look at the entire body, what's going on. Chiropractors, you're a chiropractor. I'm sure you look at the whole body because you have to adjust the whole body.
Yeah. To do.
Yeah.
So, you know, think about that, because when I talk to somebody, when somebody calls me up and says, "Dr. Marilyn, I need help. Can you help me out?" Well, I'll talk to you. Yes, I can probably help you out. But I need to know what you're eating, what's going on in your life, what stresses you have. Reiki is a great stress reducer. And that's what I look at, the whole body. What's going on? What's your family life like? Are you under stress? Are you?
All of those things are so important.
It's so important. how are you exercising during the day? Now, I got to admit, I did a lot of walking when we went to the beach, a whole lot of walking. My Fitbit was very happy with me. But when I got home, I wasn't feeling good, and I wasn't doing so much walking. So, but I'm recuperating, and I'm feeling a whole lot better. But I did get a lot of walking done, and that's what I'm trying to do. And if my suggestion is, if you can't get any exercising done, make sure that you are at least walking, if nothing else.
That's my favorite form of exercise. I am not a jogger. I am not a runner. I do not jump up and down, you know. I'm a mellow yoga and walking. And some Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. I want to take Tai Chi again.
Oh, I love Tai Chi.
I think that's a great healing method too. I think people don't look at it as a healing method. I don't think they look at yoga as a healing method. I look at all of those as healing methods because one thing I really like to do is stretch. Because I always hope that the stretching is going to make me taller.
And it will.
It will?
It will, of course.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
then stretch more. The Dr. Melody says it will help you to be taller. I want to be taller. Because then I can carry the weight that I have, you know? So I want to be taller. But I have lost some weight this week. I'm very proud of myself. I'm watching what I'm eating. Now, the past couple of days, I've sort of been on a liquid diet because I haven't felt so good. But I just didn't feel like eating.
It's too hot.
Well, it is too hot.
It's too hot to eat a lot of food.
It's very humid out. So if you live in another part of the country and it's not humid there and you want humidity, come to Richmond, Virginia. Come on and come see us because it is really hot and humid.
Yes.
It's
I mean, even
really,
early in the
really.
morning, I got up really early this morning because I didn't water my plants last night.
Oh, my.
So I got up really early this morning to do it, you know, and they were good, but, you know, it was just, took my breath away as soon as I walked out of the door.
The air is so thick.
Yeah.
The air is so thick. I mean, I want to take a bottle of water and throw it on top of my head.
No, I don't want to do that.
I would. Not today because
but
I did
as soon
my
as I
hair
put
done.
the sprinklers out for the kids, you know, I'll act like I got sprinkled by mistake. I'll run through it.
Oh, will you?
I'm just a big kid.
Oh, I know. That's why I love you.
Thank
You're just
you.
a big hit. But, I've got to tell you, a friend of mine, Marty Panetta, who was on our first show, she put on Facebook one day, just a couple days ago, and I'm going to try this with my grandson. There's a school someplace in the United States where they were having some disciplinary problems, and they decided to incorporate, instead of detention, meditation.
Wonderful.
And they were having kids do meditation with yoga. And after a year of doing that, they've never had any problems.
Yeah, my granddaughter's teacher has them do yoga in the morning before class starts. They do meditation and yoga. And it was so cute when they first started because she would come and she's like, Jim, I just need a moment. And I'm like, really good, you know. So, but yeah, it you know, it makes a difference, and I think she was diffusing oils as well. So
That's
and
the
that
next
makes a
thing
difference.
yes,
Some
it
orange
does.
or lemon oils in the classroom.
It does, and people don't realize it, but when you're diffusing oils, it really changes the chemical compound of the room. It changes the
energy,
aura, the
everything.
atmosphere, the energy. A lot of times I'll diffuse oils when the kids are here.
I realized yesterday I was missing my oils. I had the kids, and I'm like, oh, I got to put my To Be at Peace back in the car. That they don't like it because it knocks them out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one
they
called
they
Peace
get like
and Calming that I use. You know.
As soon as they see me with it, they're like, quick, roll the windows down. You must trying to knock us out. I was like, you got that right.
Well, aromatherapy is very good for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oils that you can use. You just have to make sure that the oils are pure and don't get inexpensive oils because they will go rancid really fast. And you don't know a lot of times what carrier oil they've used. And carrier oils are like almond oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed. I love grapeseed oil.
Yeah, I use a lot of kukui now.
Do you? And
see, I'm always with my oils. Got my oil right
well,
there.
I know you always have your oils. And olive oil. Now, I'm not a fan of using olive oil as a carrier oil because It gets rancid pretty fast, and it's a very heavy oil. To me, it ranks up with motor oil for your car.
Yep.
You
I
know.
don't even use it to cook or eat.
Right?
I said I don't even use it in cooking anymore.
Oh, you don't? No, I don't really either. I use it, I use coconut oil for cooking.
Butter.
Nah,
Butter.
I prefer, you know, my
Real
eggs
butter.
don't burn when I use coconut oil. My eggs will burn if I use butter.
If you turn down the heat.
Oh, I have, and they
Oh.
still burn, you know. So, and
Mine
my
are
son,
not in the pan long enough to burn.
my son, who used to be a cook, says, "Mom, plate presentation is so important."
Yes.
So I try to make it look good, but sometimes it doesn't. And I'm not a cook. I'll be honest.
But if it's
with
for you, who cares how it looks?
well, I cook for Zen, you know, and I want it to
Does
look
he care? He just wants to eat.
well. I know, but and he's very, very gracious about it, and he'll say that meal was excellent, and I'm thinking, okay, it's excellent if that's what you say. So, but anyhow, aromatherapy is very good for, you know, what they use for the natural oils is they use the flowers, the barks, the stems, the leaves, the roots, and it helps to enhance the psychological and the physical aspects of your life. There's floral ones. I mean, some of the let me get this out, because some of them, the more popular ones, I guess you want to say, lavender is a popular one. It's a very calming one. So if you want your kids to calm down, it's a good
Lavender.
one. If you need to calm down, it's a good one.
Bergamot is nature's
Bergamot.
Prozac. Nature's Prozac.
That's right. Bergamot is very good. Peppermint, and peppermint also soothes your stomach.
Yes. It
Do
also
you-
kills ants.
Pardon me?
It also kills ants.
Yes, it does kill ants. Peppermint kills ants, and we were having an ant problem outside, so we need to get some peppermint. Put
Yeah.
peppermint oil out there.
Yeah.
So.
I keep a little spray bottle and
Yeah, we could
first-
spray it, couldn't we?
I have a bottle in my kitchen. I have one by my front because whenever I see the first ant, I just start misting the peppermint.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Another one is eucalyptus. It's an antimicrobial, it's an antibacterial, it's an antifungal, it's an anti-inflammatory. It's like anti-everything. A lot of times I'll use it if I'm starting to get a cold. It helps with that. Do you use oils in your office?
I am beginning to.
You are
this
beginning
is my
to.
newfound
It's your
friend.
new, oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I've taken her tea tree.
Yes.
Tea tree is known as a chiropractor in a bottle.
Oh, well,
So
yeah,
I've
tea
taken her
tree
my
is
tea
like, tea tree is like the first aid kit in a bottle.
I'm sorry, to be at peace is the chiropractor, but tea tree is, to be at peace is what I brought. That's the chiropractor in the bottle of my oil.
But that is a combination, isn't it?
It's a blend.
It's a blend, yeah.
Yeah.
There are blends out there that you can get. I'm just talking right now about the
single
pure
oil.
oils.
The single oils.
Yeah, the single oils that are no blends.
Like citrus oils are really great for
Citrus,
digestion.
lemon.
and energy.
Lemon oil is good to also help clean your house and make your house smell good. I'd much rather use that than pine sol.
I use orange on my Swiffer.
Orange is good.
On my Swiffer, I'll put a drop of orange and then I Swiffer the house with the orange.
Oh, I got to tell this story. Last week I said to Jacob, Jacob, please clean up your toys. Well, his definition of cleaning up the toys is going into the closet to get the Swiffer to clean up the floor. So he was cleaning up the floor, and I realized you have to be more specific with the 2.5-year-old.
Yes.
Pick up your toys. Don't clean up your toys. So if you find that your little one is going into your cleaning closet to get the Swiffer, and that afternoon he got his mom's Dyson, whatever it was, and he was cleaning her carpet, and she says, oh, he's really learning how to keep, make his keep. So, watch your words and stuff, what you say to your kids. But, yeah, lemon oil is really good for cleaning. It's also good for cuts and scrapes. It helps clear your chest and your throat.
And it's a good morning detox. So I like to do warm lemon water before I eat to make my...
it helps with your digestion. It's really good. And we talked about tea tree oil, so... but make sure that you are getting pure oils. Do your research. There are some great companies out there. If you want to know about the great companies, get in touch with me. Either call me or call Josie. My email address is healthylivingwithmarilyn2017 @gmail. What's your email?
JOSI@gmail.com.
So we're both Gmail. So if you have any questions, just send us an email or send it through Facebook. Send us a private message. We'll give you the information that you need, because there's a lot of good companies out there. But we can.
Don't go to Walmart for your oils.
Don't go to.
They got them, but do not go to Walmart.
Right. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, anyhow, those are some of the good healing modalities: Reiki and aromatherapy. I've used aromatherapy. I got certified a couple years ago in because I'm also a kinesiologist in raindrop technique. Which I can use, and I think there's another company that what do they call theirs?
The Aromatouch.
Aromatouch, yeah, Aromatouch. So, and because I'm a kinesiologist, I was able to get certified in that. And when I had my office, I did it a lot, and it really made my office smell good. And one day I went to see somebody for business, and she says, "You smell so divine." It's like it's a win-win situation when you're using oils with somebody or when you're using Reiki for somebody. It's really important. And I'm sure with Dr. Melody, is it a win-win situation when you are adjusting people?
It depends. It depends on the situation. If a patient is coming to me and they're really feeling bad and their pain scale is extremely high, I tend to feel through my hands what they're feeling and experiencing. So I wouldn't be a win-win all the time. However, my joy comes from when they're feeling better. That's where my joy comes from. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that I can move my arm again, thank you.
Yes. She is so happy.
I am.
When I went to the emergency room, when I was sent to the second emergency room, the guy says, "If you do not move your arm, you will get frozen shoulder."
Yes.
So he sends me home in a sling.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That's so that you can come back to him again.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, so just to appease the orthopedic guy the next day, I went. Oh, I looked pathetic too. I was hurting though because I was still in a lot of pain. I had the sling on. I had my foot wrapped in a wrap that I had gotten at the drugstore, and I had a cane. So I not only looked like I was pathetic, I felt pathetic, and I was in so much pain. When the doctor wanted to move my arm, I could move it to here, and I looked at him and I said, "You can't move it. I'm in too much pain. Too much pain." I mean, it was just stabbing. And he said, "Okay, we'll see you next week." Right. I looked pretty pathetic. And then and I had this sling on, and I said to Zen when I got home, I said, "I cannot wear this sling. I've got to work through it.
Right.
I have to work through it." And with the holistic healers that I have around me, and the therapies I was doing, I got to the point where I could move it pretty good, and I can do a lot of things now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes, range of motion is key.
Range of motion, because he said if you don't use it, you'll lose it, and you don't want frozen shoulder. It's like no way. No, I want to be. And the way that our shoulders are put together, there's not a whole lot of. That muscle just sort of sits in there.
It does. It has, origins and insertions, and they're in weird places. So it can be restricting if it's not set in place, or if it's what we're doing to ourselves, meaning improper posture. So sitting and slouching. Oh, that doesn't help.
Okay, now we're all done sit up. I am a sloucher, but sometimes I'll sit in a couch and it just sucks me in.
It does.
Do you have that problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I have this lean effect at home. I'm always leaning because my husband's chair is over there, so I'm always leaning over, and then this side, and that was the frozen shoulder side too. So I think that was a contributing factor.
Or you need to switch sides then, girl.
Well, it's his recliner, and then I'm on the sofa.
Oh, well, see, we got a double recliner here.
So it's like I'm there and he's here, and I'm always leaning towards him.
Well, you got to move his recliner on the other side. Just play musical chairs.
I'm going to just sit up.
So, where is your office, and how did you get into this? And I know I'm throwing a lot of questions at one time, but...
My office is located on the south side of Richmond, so I'm off of Midlothian Turnpike. I'm steps away from both portions of major highways. So I'm in between 76 and I'm in between 150. I'm right in the middle.
Oh,
so I'm in that portion of the south side of Richmond.
Are you on Midlothian?
I am steps away from Midlothian. So I am off of North Providence Road, which is I'm right by Sheltering Arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's a great location. It's not far off of the main highway. And,
well, my daughter used to live off of Providence, so I know where that is.
Not far from anyone. Not far from anyone.
So what was your undergrad in?
My undergrad was in therapeutic recreation, and I graduated from Hampton University.
You did. And then when did you go into chiropractic?
Directly after graduation. Yes. And it wasn't the conventional purpose for me to go to chiropractic school. I actually was recruited into it. I'm honest, about what I do. I wanted to become a physical therapist. One person in my family has reached that goal, and she's a doctor of physical therapy.
Wow.
But the recruiter came and said, "Well, I know most of you all want to become physical therapists, but why not, try to attend a school that is similar but does things a little bit different and have doctor in front of your name?" Well, that turned on a light bulb, and I said, well, let me give this a shot. So I actually learned all of my techniques, my philosophy, everything while attending chiropractic
And you
school.
went to chiropractic school in Texas, right?
I started in a school in Marietta, Georgia,
Okay.
at Life University, and then I transferred to a school in Pasadena, Texas, to complete,
Well, that's good. So how long have you had your practice on the South Side?
My practice on the South Side for 5 years.
5 years?
5 years. 5 years under my own belt. But I have been practicing for 10.
For 10?
For 10, yes.
And what is the name of your chiropractic business? So people how can they get in touch with you?
Sure. My practice name is Total Healing Experience Group, but I call it The Group for short. It's just not dealing with the chiropractic sense. We have a holistic side of things. So I have a massage therapist on board. Hopefully in the near future, we'll be branching out and having a naturopathic physician on board with us. So we're excited about this new transition. And so I feel like it is all of it. It is the total group. So Total Healing Group was my passion and my thought process. Actually, while I was in class, I was thinking, what will my office name be? And it just came to me in a vision. And
did it?
Yes. So everything that I have learned from this process has actually come to me, from a higher purpose. So
there you go. There you go. And that's the way to do
Marilyn,
it, isn't it?
She also teaches.
I know. You were telling me earlier you teach at
Bryan and Stratton. Yes, and Virginia College.
And Virginia College.
Yes, I am.
Where's Virginia College?
That's off of Midlothian Turnpike. Oh. It's closest to Chippenham.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
yes.
I know.
By the new Kroger.
Near the new Kroger. And it's behind Panera, where you can go through the drive-thru to get something to eat. Because sometimes when the kids are with me, if I don't have a drive-thru, I'm not taking 2 kids into the restaurant. I'm not doing it. So, and that's one of the only Panera drive-thrus in the area. Yeah. I don't think there's any over here on the west side. I don't think so. The West End. No. So I used to go down there a lot when I picked up my grandson, but my daughter and son-in-law and they moved over on my side of town, so they only live 10 minutes from me, which is nice. So, because I can then drop them off and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But, so you have a massage therapist, huh?
We have 2.
You have 2?
Yes.
Awesome. Amazing.
Yes. I make sure to make it comfortable for everybody. So I have a female and a male.
Oh! That is good.
Yes.
That is really good.
And for my new patients, it's based upon what I, feel like they need, to be worked on first initially. If the patient is just coming in to relax, whatever goes. But if it's based upon treatment, We want to focus on those areas first.
So do you focus on the chiropractic, and then if they want to get a massage, they get a massage?
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time it's based upon what I'm feeling. Because when when I'm going to the spine to adjust, mostly patients tend to have more of a muscular issue involvement. And so if I'm adjusting the spine and the spine is not as mobile as it should be and the muscles are tight, the adjustment won't hold.
Right.
So we have to.
Well, as a kinesiologist, I know that you can manipulate a body as much as you want, but if you don't have the muscle manipulation, it's not going to hold.
Correct.
And I have found that before I even became a kinesiologist and went to a chiropractor, and one day I went to a chiropractor and I got a worst migraine headache in the world when I left, and I had to go back in there. And it's like, no, this is not working. So, you got to be careful about who you go to. I'm going to make an appointment to go see her.
You'll love her.
I'm sure I will.
Oh my gosh. I come out and I feel like I have a new body.
That's what I need.
And it has made such a difference. I mean, I literally could not raise my arm, put my hand behind me. And I don't, it's been just maybe 2.5 months, 3 months about since I've seen her.
Because when I first met you, you had shoulder restriction problems.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that.
I had to put my arm on the wall and slide it up in order to put wash into my arms or put deodorant on. And now I'm just up and down and, I can put the clothes on by myself.
And this has been in less than 8 visits that we have reached this.
Yeah.
So it takes steps. A lot of people are a little skeptical or always think, it's time consuming or money, or they always want to come see you. I based all of my visits on what is your outcome? What do you want to achieve with the adjustment process?
Now, do you take insurance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, I take insurance. Yes.
She takes insurance, so that's really good to know. And she has 2 massage therapists, a male and a female, which is good. And you look at the whole body, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of patients come in for one reason only, but once I begin to explain that the body is a whole entity.
That's right.
Nothing is separated.
No.
And we have curves in our body that is normal, so I have to look at other areas of the body in order to make the patient one again.
Right, and comfortable.
Absolutely.
That's really important.
Yes.
Because you want to be comfortable when you go to a natural healthcare facility, whatever you're going to, and you want to come out with a good, positive feeling.
Right.
And seems like Dr. Melody has that good, positive feeling that, which is good.
The waiting room is always bubbly, and it's good energy. It doesn't feel like I'm in a doctor's office. It feels like I'm going to visit a friend who has a profession.
Right.
And that's what I like. The receptionist, the massage therapist, everybody's just very friendly, and it feels very comfortable.
So what do you teach at your college level courses?
College level courses, I tend to work with the medical assisting program. I'm newly getting into the occupational therapy assistant program, so that's wonderful. But I teach pathophysiology, so I teach all about the diseases of the body. I teach anatomy and physiology. I also assist with getting the students prepared to take their
board
certification, and get them prepared for their externship sites. So they're going from more of the classroom setting to getting them prepared to go out in the real world.
Now, is this undergrad that you're teaching?
No, this is more from the professional standpoint.
Okay.
So these are more technical schools.
Technical school.
Getting them prepared to work.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who are not book learners.
Right. And then there's second career
and
people.
They're in their second career.
People.
And they don't, if you don't want to go back to college and be a book learner again, and you want to go into a second career, you might want to look into the natural health care field to see what, you can find. And where's Bryan and Stratton?
That is off Whole Street.
Oh, well, see, you'll have to go to the south side, but that's okay.
Go south side.
Come on over.
Come on over.
South of the James.
That's right.
No trolls. There's no trolls.
but lots of tolls.
I find different ways to go. I don't pay those tolls. If I have Easy Pass, but
I do too. But you can take the scenic route.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Like if I've been on the highway too much and I'm just
Willie Bridge, yeah,
I am just so tense from being on the highway and people driving crazy.
Yes.
I'll take an exit and I'll take the scenic route home because it's just life is too short. And I just
road rage is out there.
It's almost like this aha moment where you can just relax for a couple minutes and just mosey on down the road.
Yep.
Which is really important.
Because
I don't want to come home all wound up like a spring. Sometimes
you have to come visit me.
Yes, well, I definitely will, because maybe you can help me expedite this. I know how to do it,
right?
But to do it to yourself, it is really hard to do it yourself. I mean, my hips are built like this, so they will come out, they'll dislocate. And that's just the way I was built.
Yes.
And I've dislocated them before, but thank goodness for years I have not dislocated them. And I know how to put them back, but I don't know how to adjust. I know how to adjust it, but I can't. How do you adjust your own torso?
You can't. That's why I have a saving grace. My saving grace is Dr. Candace Thomas. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So shared practice.
Yeah, we share practice together.
You? That's good. So you have another chiropractor in there.
Yes, another chiropractor.
And what is her name?
Dr. Candace Thomas.
Dr. Candace Thomas.
Yes.
So if somebody can't see you, they could see her?
Yes, or vice versa.
Or vice versa. So you've got 2 chiropractors in there, 2 massage therapists. Life is good. Life is really good. And that is definitely total health, which is excellent.
Correct.
Absolutely excellent. So how can they get in touch with you?
Well, by phone. My number is 804-396-6420. Or if you would like to look at my website, the website is www.totalhealinggroup.com. It has lots of informative information there. You can request an appointment online or give us a call. And my office manager, Amy, will be delighted to get your information and help you out.
I have not talked to Amy, but I've communicated with her via email.
Yes.
And she's very right on. She gets back with you right away.
Right. Yes.
You get in touch with her and she gets back with you immediately. So, which is good because when you're in pain and you're not feeling good, you want to be able to get somebody as soon as you can.
Right.
We don't want to be in distress.
Correct.
So, and it's so easy to get your body out of alignment. You can walk up the steps and get your body out of alignment. You can pick up groceries and get your body out of alignment. I've been very careful with how I pick things up now.
Even
very
the
mindful.
grandkids. I mean,
Tell me about it.
That's a big thing of watching, picking them up as they grow.
Oh, tell me about it. I got a 9-month-old that weighs 20 pounds.
Well, you mentioned, Josie, dealing with children. A lot of people don't realize that chiropractic, we see children. From the birthing process actually starts the misalignment. When the doctor's pulling the baby's head out, it could cause a major misalignment there, or it also can be from a toddler. They're always, falling. So that misalignment begins as early as those stages in life.
Yeah. Other than Jacob, he deliberately falls sometimes just to see. He likes to crash. He calls it crashing. Or he'll jump up on the sofa, and I say to him, where did he get that? He does it all the time at my house, at the house, Mom.
He'll be a daredevil when he grows up.
He will.
Yeah.
He will definitely be a daredevil. So I'll have to bring him to see you, Dr. Melanie. Yes. No doubt about it. And just give us, can you give us a hint of how to take care of ourselves?
Absolutely. It all really begins with hydration. If we are not hydrated, our body can't function properly. And a lot of people don't realize that hydration helps your spine. What area in the spine do you think hydration will help with?
Your whole spine.
Whole spine, absolutely. And the discs, too. Discs. A lot of people think that, it doesn't really do much. It does. You are actually taller when you wake up than when you go to sleep.
Yes, you are. What? You really? Yeah, you are. You didn't know that?
You didn't know that.
You're always taller in the morning.
You are.
Yep.
Poor gravity. It takes a toll on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when we get older,
those upside down chairs.
That's why when we get older, we shrink.
We just need to lie down more.
Yes. I guess so.
Right.
I guess so. Yeah. I remember going to one chiropractor. They had a stretcher frame. That was like in the 80s, though.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those.
You do?
But everything changes
really cool,
now.
She's got this cool thing.
Oh, yeah. There are many different ways and formulations and ways to adjust the spine. Well, chiropractor actually means performing with the hand.
Right.
So, or done with the hand. So we initially perform the adjustments with the hands. But there's so many techniques out there, light ones, light force. So a lot of people can be skeptical of that as well. You know, like, I don't want to go. They're going to be pushing or turning or tweaking or cracking.
Yeah, I know.
But there's so many different ways in order to assist with patients in pain. So, yeah, but hydration. And working on core. So your abdomen and core.
Yes, that's what I'm working on.
Core strength is
prime.
Is very key.
Is prime.
Yes.
So how do you work on core strength?
Well, tightening your abs right now. Like, just sit. Let's see if we can tighten. Everybody tighten.
Okay.
And you want to pretend like I'm coming in for a punch. So if you can tighten your core right now and come in for a punch, it helps to stabilize and
sitting up
your core. Right.
I can feel a difference.
Yes, you can. And when my business partner Judy and I went to a makeup workshop in March, and they had some really very beautiful thin women there, and they had 6-inch heels on, and they're walking like they got loafers on. And I said to my friend Judy, Judy, how do they walk and not twist their ankle or anything? They're walking.
They tighten the core.
Beautiful. She says, Marilyn, it's core.
Yeah.
It's core.
They'll see me later, though.
They'll see you later. I know.
6-inch heels.
I know, with those heels. I know.
Well, Marilyn, if you just imagine that you're about to sing when you're because that's where you have to be to sing.
I'll have to send you this Facebook page that I saw today about this gal that was doing these exercises for core, and some of them will blow your mind. So I'll send that to you. It was really interesting. I'll try to post it on my Facebook page too. It tired me out watching it, and I watched it about 3 times to try to see how they could do that. And I commented because it was on another page, and I commented, and this one girl says, yeah, I want to do that too. So we wound up being Facebook friends today, and we're going to keep in contact with one another, and she's sort of built like me with a big core, and it's something that I'm working on. It's on my bucket list for the rest of the summer, and I mean, really for the rest of my life. I'd like to be able to wear higher heels, but with my ankles rolling,
I do not miss heels.
I don't think that I will be able to do that. But anyhow,
every time I put them on now, it's like
it's a thought. It's a good thought, but you'll end up with more subluxations.
Oh, I know. And subluxations are something that I'm not crazy about.
Now, see, that's a word. You got to tell them what it means.
Oh, yeah. Well, subluxations are what I treat.
That's right.
If a patient has subluxations, that means that their body's not functioning as it should be. And they're not bending, moving, twisting, turning properly.
Right.
So if you don't have that full range of motion, you potentially could have a subluxation. And subluxations means that your spine's not functioning as it should, and pain could start to set in.
That's right. So if you're feeling funky, call Dr. Melody, because she will be able to help you out. And subluxations are no fun.
No, not at all.
But between her and her massage therapist, they can take care of you, which is awesome. You know, there's not too many chiropractor offices in this area that I know of that have massage therapists.
Especially
one of each sex, you know.
Yeah.
So you're a specialty chiropractic group.
Yes.
So, and I want to thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Josie, for doing the job to get her to come, because it's been great. But we're going to get back now to, I want Josie to talk about her Josie Inspiration, since she is one of our partners with Healthy Living with Marilyn. So what's going on with Josie's Inspirations?
So Josie's Inspiration, I just had my second blog talk radio show.
I wish you had reminded me. I was coming home from the beach, though.
So every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m., blogtalkradio.com/Josie Hopkins. And this week I actually had my financial advisor on because I wanted to really talk about wealth and retirement. She's been my advisor, helping me through the retirement process with my husband. And so that was really important because I think that, stress can come out of financial mismanagement. And so often we have stressors that we can't even identify. So financial issues can be issues about health as well. So Josie's inspiration is whatever inspires me. And so my two businesses, I have my Soul Purpose Longevity business, which is self-care and nutrition, and my Damsel in Defense, which are the self-protection items, stun guns and pepper sprays. And so, but those are two things that I enjoy. But my greatest love is talking, if you didn't know already. And so I started Josie's Inspiration actually in 2008. And I did that blog talk radio show until 2011. I've been on a couple of local AM stations, some other internet stations, and stopped in 2011 because the grandkids were little, and that was my daily task. And like Dr. Marilyn, we did a hiatus to be Glamma and Gma. And now we're getting back to our passion, which is spreading the message of wellness and self-care and following your passion, which is really so important because I think a lot of people get stuck in what they consider making other people happy, and they wake up one day and realize that they're miserable. So my goal is always to inspire people to find success in their lives by finding their own passion. And that's what Josie's Inspiration is about. It's a journey of a spirit that's inspired, Josi.
That's wonderful, Josie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. You're really growing, girl. Really growing. Isn't it nice to come out of sabbatical and just go do something for ourselves?
It never went away. It's always been there.
Pushed over here for a little bit.
We have to take sometimes detours, but as long as you have your vision set on where you're going, it's not a total left turn. You just get off the path and get back on it when the time is appropriate. Priorities in life, learning how to realize your priorities and to set them in place.
That's right. And we like to do that. I like to prioritize my day. And today I just sort of, I don't know, I had one of these wingy days, and it's like, okay, I am just going to go for it. Just go for it. And so I sat here for a little bit and did some research for what we were going to talk about tonight. And, just got some rest today because I have to have some dental stuff done tomorrow. And and I just decided that it was just time to take a little bit of a breather for me, And so I did because I don't have the kids this week.
I was going to say, you got a week without the children.
I got a week without the children, so I have a time to breathe. I could have gone to networking meetings, and I could have done this and
sometimes it's just to decompress and to be still.
Girl, I've been decompressing since last Friday night, and it's been nice. It has been really nice. It was like, oh my goodness, I'm not having any children. I'm on vacation. OMG.
Mine starts next week.
Yours starts next week.
No.
There you go. So your time to decompress.
Next week?
Yes.
Yeah, so don't go
that's right. No, I see you this week. I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was like, wait a minute.
Yep. So the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, Judy and I, now Judy was on my show last week. We were talking about our retreat that we're having in October on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of October.
Wonderful.
It's called Creating the Amazing You. And this, can you zero in on this, Michael? And this is the name of our retreat. This is the name of our business, too. Because we want people to realize how amazing they can be. And we will be doing different projects and offering different items.
Looking forward to it,
it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to do some projects and create different things and just have a good old time.
Wonderful.
So that's what Judy and I are doing. It's called the Creating the Amazing You. She finally got our website up a little over a week ago. And I was just so happy for her when she finally did. She says, "Oh, Marilyn, see if it went live." And it went live, and we just started screaming. And my husband's looking at me like, "Oh." So anyhow, it's exciting when you struggle for something, and then
it's like giving birth.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's birthing
and you
a baby.
struggle that you're trying to get something done, and you get this block or that block, and it's just not coming together. And it finally came together, and I said, oh my God. So we are rolling on this. And so look at our website. It's called Creating the Amazing You, www.creatingtheamazingyou. And she thought of a great tagline, the you that flies free.
Ooh, I like that.
Wonderful.
So if you want to fly free, get in touch with us. You can get in touch with me at Creating the Amazing You, or touch base with me at healthylivingwithmarilyn2017.com, or get on my Facebook page and private message me, and we'll get back with you. So I'm excited.
And it's how many days?
Well, it's a Friday night, all day Saturday, and it's a Sunday, and it's up at the Hyatt Place, up at Short Pump Mall. So you don't have to go far. So people, if you want to come, it's very affordable. We've made it very affordable. I think it's $325 for the 3 days,
That's good.
which is very, very affordable. And you're going to get a lot of things and a lot of items. And I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to give everything away.
That's right. You got to show up so you can get it.
That's right. That's right. And if you're coming from out of town, we do have a block of rooms, and all you have to do is call the Hyatt Place, and that information is on our website. And you just ask for the Creating the Amazing You retreat, and you can get your room at a reduced rate. And what's nice about them, they have like studios, and they have kitchens, and they're beautiful rooms. They're absolutely
and they have
gorgeous.
a rooftop pool.
Yeah, but I don't know if the pool's going to be open in the roof in
But you can
October.
always go up and just sit up.
Sit out. Yeah.
Catch the sunset. Yeah.
So it is at the Short Pump Mall. There's a lot of different places to eat there, and we've got a lot of programs that we're going to be doing together. It's all a hands-on retreat, totally hands-on retreat. So if you have any questions, just let us know, and we'd love for you to come. We'd love for you to be a part of this because you are amazing.
That's right.
That's right. So another healing modality I want to talk about, because we only have a few more minutes, is homeopathy. I am a big homeopath. I've been a homeopath for about 35 years. Long time.
Yes.
Long time. It saved my life, and that's why I'm doing it. Yeah, because I'm very allergic to bees, and one day I was out on a country road, and I got stung by a bee, and I thought, I'm by myself. I'm 45 minutes from the hospital, and I thought, oops, that's not going to work. And I started hyperventilating and started getting the redness up my arm. My chest was closing, and I remembered I had a homeopathic remedy that a very good friend of mine gave me called Apis, which is made from bee venom because it's the laws of similars. And I started taking it, and of course I pulled off along the side of the road. And I started taking it. And this was before cell phones. This was before internet. This was before, I mean, snail mail was in. People look at me and say, what's snail mail? It's like when you take something to the post office and really nail it. And
an upgrade from the telegram.
Right, really.
The telegram.
So I got to the point where about 20 minutes later I was feeling better. And 3 hours later I hadn't even felt like I'd been stung by a bee.
Wow.
And I said, I'm doing this because it saved my life. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have that. To be honest with you, I would have been gone a long, long time ago. So I started doing homeopathy, and I have found that homeopathy is really a lifesaver, especially for people who sprain their ankles like I do. There's a great homeopathic remedy for that I've used. And they're easy. They come in a little blue tube. You can get them at the health food store, just at any health food store, really. Can you get them at Wegmans? Yes, you can. They do have a health food section there, so you can get them at Wegmans. You can get them at the health food stores in the area. But you can put it in your pocket. You don't need anything to drink. You don't need, and you don't really want to eat or drink like 10 minutes before or 10 minutes after. And there's 3 things that neutralize it: mint, menthol, and caffeine. So you don't want to take a homeopathic remedy and drink a cup of coffee right after that because it won't work. I have found homeopathy has been great. When my dad was alive, he was an accident waiting to happen, and he always had arnica in his pocket, which helps with pain and bruising and falling and everything. And he lived on arnica because he was always falling. So But homeopathy is a great healing modality. Like I said, I've been a homeopath for a long time, and when you get a good homeopath that knows what they're doing and can pinpoint what your symptoms are, because we look at symptoms. We don't look at what's wrong with you. I need to know your symptoms. And that's very important. And you probably look at me like, what? Well, if you're in pain and it's better with motion, that's one remedy. If you're in pain and it's better when you don't move, that's another remedy. So it's very important to go through your symptoms of how you're feeling so you can pinpoint it. I'm also not a classical homeopath. I like blends sometimes. I have found that blends a lot of times really help. Tend to help faster sometimes than just one homeopathic remedy. So I'm very mindful what blends I get, but there are some, there's one great product, one great company out there that I've used for years, and I had it in my office. So if you want to know more about homeopathy and you would like to try homeopathy, because it's very simple and you can just put it in your pocket, and I just absolutely love it. And the good thing about it is when you can pinpoint it, it works within 5 to 10 minutes. Because what it does, they dissolve on your tongue or under your tongue, and it goes directly into your system. So it bypasses your digestive system, totally bypasses it.
Love it.
So I love it.
You wouldn't even think that they're so tiny. You wouldn't even think that they really do anything.
No, but they do.
But it's amazing.
It's how they're processed. It's how they're processed. I am a member of the National Center for Homeopathy, and I looked on their website today, and I've got to become a professional member. And I was years ago, but I've got to do it again because there's no members within a 50-mile radius.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
I looked. So I've got to get on there. So there will be. And I mean, homeopathy rocks. It really does. It's simple. It's affordable. Very affordable. Very affordable.
Yeah, I was introduced to it during my first cancer diagnosis. We actually had some remedies that were a part of our company at that time, and I used it when the doctors kept telling me they didn't know if I was in menopause or what was going on with me, and the issue that I had, which I won't share now, was resolved, and they were like, well, what did you do?
I know.
What did you do?
What did you do? And then they look at you, and it's like, it really worked? Yes, it worked.
Yes.
I'm a living proof. It worked.
I'm still here.
Worked.
I'm still here.
It worked. So I don't know how many more minutes we have. Oh, we have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you this balancing thing, this balancing technique that a friend of mine showed.
I thought you were about to get up and do it.
No, I want to sit. No, I want to sit down and do it.
I was about to move out of your way.
No. What she showed me, it really helps with balancing. You put your hands like this.
Oh, yeah. We do that in Tai Chi.
Okay, well, you put your hands, one in front of your head and one behind your head. And you hold it until you feel like you need to move your hands, when you feel the energy. And then you hug yourself, put your hands on each shoulder. And then you bring your hands down on your thighs. And then this is the great way. I really feel unbalanced when I do this. I know it sounds weird, but it really works. You put your hands like this, and it gets you balanced. And you can stay there as long as you want. And then you bring your hands out like this to collect all the wonderful energy. And I can feel everybody's energy here, and it is wonderful.
Positive.
Isn't that great?
Yep.
Isn't that a great way to balance yourself? So friends, try that. If you're having a rough day, if the kids are driving you nuts, if you've had problems with
tomorrow.
Huh?
I'm going to use it with the grands tomorrow.
Oh, gosh bless you. Keep me posted. Yes. But it's a great way, it's just a great way to stay balanced. You go like this.
One.
We'll do it one more time. And
then
hug yourself. Just really hug yourself. And then put your hands down on your thighs. And you can do it as long as you want in each position. And then you bring one hand up and one hand down in the center. I like to sit here for a little bit. It's fun. And then you bring your hands out like this. And it is so cool. Now, don't you feel more balanced?
Yes. Because you're the energy.
Right. It's the energy.
And it's Donna Eden. That's where I saw it. Sorry.
That's okay. Plugs. That's okay.
But it occurred to me that's an energy healer that I've followed.
Okay, well, I go to an energy healer right now. She's going to be on our show in probably in the fall.
Okay.
Her name is Rosemary Prophet. I'll mention her. Yes. And I go to her, and she's great. So Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Melody, for joining us. I hope you had a great time.
I had a wonderful time. Thank you.
Great, and thank you, Josie, and
thank you, Josie.
Cheers to everybody. You got this, girl.
Cheers.
And change your life today. Have a great week.
Yes, yes.